Alright, this is Andrew with Joda Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today here in Layton. We are at 576 Daley Ave. Today is June 6th, 2024. And we have the camera pushed out 116 feet to the city connection. And now we're going to record it and pull it back and see what we find. So this first connection point is called the nose on. Bear with me, I'm going to adjust my camera so I have a better view. So this first connection is called the nose on. That's where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. Looks like a decent connection point there. Looks like gravel cement so far. Running water's okay, but what you don't want to see is standing water that covers my camera head. And so that's something that I'm watching for. Looks like we're transitioning to, looks like PVC, what I can tell so far. If it were a liner, we would be seeing ripples or some text printed on the inside of the liner. Little flat through here, not even enough to cover my camera head, but it is enough that, well, now it's starting to cover my camera. Little flat through here, and that's enough that grease could get stuck or soap scum. That could create a sticky spot where waste could get stuck and create a blockage. Let that pass by. And that flat spot is a lot longer than just a foot or two. It's starting to come out of it now. Like something stuck to the side of the pipe right there. So far, I've only seen little baby roots, just some small ones. I haven't seen any roots big enough that you should definitely have them cleaned now. Once you have roots, you'll always have them, and so that'll be something you need to maintain in the future. But I haven't seen any big ones yet. It is nice that you have a lot of line that's been upgraded, but it's not ideal that it's rather flat. Now we're transitioning to what looks like ABS. It was ABS. Now we're going through some cast iron. The issue with cast iron is it will get very rough and rusty and will eventually need to be replaced. You want to avoid putting wet wipes down the line. I would recommend getting the insurance on this line. It's also looking flat through the cast iron as well. So this might be an area in the crawl space you could consider having the cast iron. I mean, there's a few options. So you could be proactive and just have it replaced in the crawl space now. Then you could correct that grade and get rid of at least some cast iron where it's a little more accessible. That would be ideal because you'd have a new pipe. Also the most difficult and probably the most costly. Next option is you could have it cleaned. That way it's a little bit smoother. They would be able to inspect it a lot better once all that surface rust has been removed, and look for cracks or other defects that are concealed by the rust. You could try to have the grade corrected where it's in the crawl space. They might be able to adjust it, but with that rigid cast, it might be just as much trouble as replacing it with PVC, which is what I would recommend. I would recommend getting the insurance on the line. That way, when you do have a bigger issue, they can help offset that cost. You can get insurance with home serve, and that's fairly inexpensive. It's about 15 bucks a month. I would get the water service pipe as well, so it's about 19 bucks a month for both with home serve, and they'll help offset the cost when you have a bigger issue. I'm going to end this recording now.